Say her name. Breonna Taylor.
A black woman.
Daughter.
Sister.
Beloved. 26-year-old Breonna Taylor was awakened when the Louisville Metro Police entered her home with a no-knock warrant.
In search of drugs they never found.
Trafficked by someone who the department already had in custody.
Officers fired more than 20 bullets.
Breonna Taylor was murdered in her bed.
Say her name. The officers are free men. No charges.
No arrests.
No convictions. Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Healthcare hero.
Bravely fought on the front lines of COVID-19 in defense of lives.
Say it loud.
Now it's our turn to fight for justice in defense of Breonna Taylor's life.
I play for Breonna Taylor.
I play for Breonna Taylor.
And the New York Liberty demand justice
for Breonna Taylor.
Join us and take action.
Well, as you see, the name of Breonna Taylor is on every single jersey of these women on the floor today. Brianna Stewart mentioning her in her interview. This is the young woman who is a 26-year-old EMT who was killed in her own bed over 130 days ago. Let's find out who is Breonna Taylor. I spoke with her mother, Tamika Palmer, today, and she said she could light up the room with her smile. She actually loved basketball. She played in middle school and high school. Her personality was infectious. She was a beautiful power of force for the world. She said, when these WNBA players reached out to me to honor her in this way, I felt loved. I'm amazed that these women will say her name and support me in this fight for justice. It is beautiful, the support of women, black women, women, period. I know that when she takes the stage, she would light up the sky with her smile, and her spirit is with everyone today, represented by these women on their jerseys.
We are dedicating this season to Breonna Taylor, an outstanding EMT who was murdered over 130 days ago in her home. Breonna Taylor was dedicated and committed to uplifting everyone around her. We are also dedicating this season to Say Her Name campaign, a campaign committed to saying the names and fighting for justice for black women who are so often forgotten in this fight for justice, who do not have people marching in the streets for them. We will say her name. Sandra Bland, Atiana Jefferson, Dominique Remy Fells, and Breonna Taylor. We will be a voice for the voiceless.
And now we will observe a moment of recognition for Breonna Taylor for 26 seconds, the age she was when she was killed.
All season long, we say her name.
Well, certainly a powerful statement in Bradenton, Florida.
Those officers that killed her and shot her boyfriend, they ought to be paying the price. They ought to be losing. These people haven't been arrested. They haven't been arrested. It's been since March. They haven't been arrested. What the hell are the people in Louisville, Kentucky doing? Sherry, you're the one that always said they ought to be marching in the streets. Where's the leadership? Where is the leadership? All the signs, the paintings, the speeches. Oh, let's have a round table discussion. How about we have some fucking arrest? If that had been Breonna and her boyfriend that had killed those police officers, when they broke into there with a no-knock, as you said, with a no-knock warrant, they'd been arrested. They'd be in jail today. They'd be in jail today.
Shortly after midnight on March 13th,
3 officers performed a no-knock raid on the home of emergency medical technician
Breonna Taylor.
Officers did not announce themselves before using a battering ram to enter.
Firing 22 shots.
The police shot Breonna 8 times, killing her.
The man the cops were looking for
had been arrested earlier that day.
Officers Brett Hankinson,
John Manningly,
Miles Cosgrove,
and Josh James
failed to provide
any medical attention for 20 minutes.
and then filed a police report
with glaring errors,
including that she had no injuries.
It's been over 130 days.
130 days.
130 days.
Since Breonna Taylor was shot and killed
in her own apartment.
And none of the officers
Have been arrested.
Attorney General Daniel Cameron,
Charge and arrest Brett Hankinson,
John Mattingly,
Miles Cosgrove,
and Josh James.
We must continue to say her name.
Breonna Taylor's life mattered.